Sometimes you're hard with yourself. You're like, maybe I'm not enough. But then I think even though you say those things to yourself, life will show you that is not true. I thought I will never get a job in the US. And then here's an internship and the second job offer and the third job offer. It's like, wow, I am good. I am doing it right. All my hard work is paying off. Ecuador for me is my hometown. Like, I grew up there, I was born and raised there. But my sister did a master in London. She visited many countries. She got a lot of job offers. She was seen. So it's like, I wanna have that feeling. I wanna people recognize my hard work and able to get opportunities like she had. So I told my mom I want to pursue my studies in another country, and the country that I want to study is United States. It was super stressful. I was working for paying my university, and I had 3 jobs, and like, that's not enough to pay what I have to pay because I'm an international student. So that was at one point that I thought, maybe I'm not going to study here. But then my mom believed it, like, you came so far, you are not gonna give up. So I keep trying and applying, and then an angel came and told me about Fresno State. I look into it, I find out there's scholarships, I apply, and 2 days after my birthday, I got an email saying, congratulations, you're a Fresno State student. Oh no, it was the best day of my life. I cried like any other, no, it was just something that I cannot forget. It blew my mind, the opportunities, the people, how helpful they are, everyone, the library, like the dorms, everyone is just like so into students that I want the best for them. I knew I was good with numbers. It's like, okay, what I'm gonna study has to be something math related. So I started with computer science. My sister studied construction management as her master. So I saw her and I was like, wow, that's a really cool job. I want to do that. So I made that as my minor, and then I love it. I fell in love in construction. I fell in love in the department here at Fresno State. So I changed my thing. It's like a woof, construction management as a major and computer science as a minor. I think at the beginning, my most afraid is English is being my second language. So most of the time, I did not know what the words meant. Like, in construction, we have to learn a lot of tools and a lot of things of the house, which I never even know in Spanish. Now I have to learn it in English. So it was so complicated. So I feel like sometimes I was so overwhelmed. I was like, my head is gonna explode. I feel like, no, I can't. And then one of my professors, Christy Banks, she said, we're gonna help you. I'm gonna hire someone to help you with your speech. At the beginning, I was like shy and embarrassed about it, but it truly helped me a lot. I feel like they were investing on me. Like I was seen again. I feel like they were listening to my problems and they were helping me because they wanna get the best of me, because I wanna be the best of me. Fresno State Construction Management Department is the best department ever. They bring companies every Tuesday and Thursday for students who know about them and to have the opportunity to interview with them. My first internship was with a really huge company called Kiwi. They are specialized in roads and the bridge. So I was an intern for them doing estimating. So I was calculating how much the project will cost and how much concrete we'll need. It was just in the process when I was changing my major, so I didn't have any classes about construction management. So taking this internship was like a shock, but then I feel like that company was my safeguard, so I was not going to sink. Honestly, I thought I would be like one intern more, but I never feel like that. They still in contact every month, ask how were my studies, how were my classes, if I want the next internship next summer. So I feel like I did a good job and I impressed them, and that was what I planned to do. So my plan worked perfectly. When I said to my mom, hey, I want to move out to study in another country, my mom wasn't happy about it. So I moved out here, I FaceTime my mom a lot. I tell her, hey, this is another certificate saying that I have a perfect GPA. Hey, this is a certificate of student involvement. And then she's seeing that all the time. She called me and just crying and said like, I'm so grateful that the day when I told you, don't do it, you do it. Because your life wouldn't be the same if you were still back home. So I work and I work so hard to make that happen, and here I am. I know I'd achieve a lot, and that's just halfway of what I actually want to be. So I'm excited what life has for me in the future. Yeah.